There are different types of leadership styles, from authoritarian, democratic, and transformational. However, there are exceptions. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, exemplifies a different approach of leadership, of being silent strategist behind Iran's resilience and governance. Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, has been at the helm of the Islamic Republic for over 3 decades. Known for his silent yet potent leadership style, Khamenei's ability to navigate the complex web of global politics, especially regarding the United States and Israel, speaks volumes about his strategic mind and unwavering resolve. His leadership, often understated, has been instrumental in shaping Iran's political, economic, and military trajectory. In this video, we'll delve into how Khamenei's silent but decisive leadership has helped Iran fight back against external pressure, particularly from the US and Israel, and maintain its position as a formidable power in the Middle East. 1. The silent leadership, crafting a legacy of patience and calculation. Khamenei's style of leadership can be described as strategic, calculated, and deeply rooted in patience. Unlike other world leaders who may act impulsively or rely on public confrontation, Khamenei operates with a quiet, steady influence. His approach is to shape events from behind the scenes, often preferring to remain in the background, while his decisions move Iran's policies forward. Strategic patience. Over his tenure, Khamenei has learned that short-term gains can often be overshadowed by long-term losses. By carefully maneuvering behind the scenes, Khamenei ensures that Iran retains control over its destiny, regardless of the storm of external pressure. Consolidating power. Khamenei's rise to the role of supreme leader was marked by careful political maneuvering, consolidating power within the Iranian political system. He carefully balanced the competing factions of the clerical establishment, military, and revolutionary guard to create a leadership structure that was not only loyal but unified under his command. 2. Resisting US pressure. A masterclass in retaliation and strategy. One of the most defining elements of Khamenei's leadership is his ability to resist US pressure while maintaining Iran's sovereignty. Whether it was during the maximum pressure campaign under President Trump or the attempts at negotiations under President Obama, Khamenei's strategy has been a careful balancing act of retaliation, resistance, and negotiation, always ensuring that Iran's core interests are protected. The nuclear issue. Khamenei's strategy on Iran's nuclear program has been a cornerstone of his leadership. Despite US efforts to stop Iran's nuclear ambitions, Khamenei ensured that Iran would not be bullied into compliance. He has maintained that Iran's nuclear program is for peaceful purposes, but has refused to halt development in the face of intense international pressure. Strategic moment. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or Iran nuclear deal, was a moment where Khamenei showed a rare willingness to negotiate with the West. However, even during negotiations, Khamenei made it clear that any agreement would be conditional on the lifting of sanctions and recognition of Iran's nuclear rights. When the US withdrew from the deal under President Trump, Khamenei's response was not immediate aggression, but a slow, calculated response to reassert Iran's nuclear capabilities, the US sanctions, and economic resilience. Khamenei's resistance to US sanctions was another example of his strategic thinking. Instead of confronting the US head-on, he pushed for Iran to develop self-sufficiency in key sectors like energy, defense, and agriculture. While Iranian civilians have suffered under sanctions, Khamenei's focus on long-term survival through diversification has given Iran the ability to endure economic hardship without capitulating to Western demands. 3. The silent mastermind behind Iran's regional influence. Khamenei's leadership is not just about resistance to the West, it's also about managing and expanding Iran's regional influence. By empowering various proxy forces, cultivating strategic partnerships, and focusing on asymmetric warfare, Khamenei has successfully transformed Iran into a regional power capable of challenging both the US and Israel. While Khamenei's foreign policy has been the focus of much attention, his internal leadership has been just as crucial. Khamenei has managed to retain power by navigating Iran's internal political factions, often using a quiet hand to remove potential rivals and consolidate his control. His control over the military, judiciary, and even the economy has allowed him to survive political and social unrest. The Green Movement of 2009. During the post-election protests in 2009, Khamenei's response was a masterclass in political control. By backing the Revolutionary Guards and the Basij militia, Khamenei ensured that the protests were crushed swiftly without significant disruption to the regime. This move demonstrated his ability to maintain control in times of crisis without resorting to dramatic or overly public measures. Legacy. Khamenei's legacy as the silent strategist. Ali Khamenei's leadership stands as a testament to the power of strategic thinking, patience, and calculated silence. His ability to retaliate against the US and Israel without making rash moves or resorting to direct conflict has allowed Iran to survive and even thrive despite external pressures. Khamenei's style of leadership is about carefully choosing when and how to act, ensuring that every decision contributes to the long-term resilience of Iran. For Khamenei, the quiet game of power, patience, and strategy is not just a style, it's an art.